Hey, good morning. I'm Kalua. I hope you are doing well this morning. I'm actually coming to you raw. I'm like beginning of my day, just starting off. So my Claritea is actually lemon and ginger water. Fabulous way to detox every day and start your day on a good note. And get a sip of that. So, I decided to come to you early today, mainly because my son is still sleeping and I can actually get on here. But also because, right before bed last night, my daughter made a comment to me about how she has been really happy being quarantined. Like that this has been a really good time. And, I thought about it, yeah, it really has. And I started thinking about what that is, like why that would be for us. And I realized that quite some time ago, I started taking these really intentional and incremental steps towards joy. And, and that might seem like a no-brainer, but it doesn't always happen. And it actually does take some work. I did not have somebody to guide me on my path to joy. I had to go through that letting go of expectations, whether they be ones that I put on myself, whether they be ones that I felt like the world had put on me. I had to really get away from that, like keeping up with the Joneses. And then, it you can get into that keeping up with the anti-Joneses, It's like, well, I'm going to be so alternative, I'm going to do it this way. And then you start trying to keep up with that. And, so really having to let go of all of that. And that's not an easy thing. That takes work, and it takes persistence, and it takes strength. And I have to say, as I sit here now, I realize it's completely worth doing, because here we are sitting in this place where we're just really forced to be with ourselves as a family unit and in a home, and we love it. So, when I start to think about not, the really the avalanche, I guess, of not connecting to your purpose. I think a lot of times people think, well, whatever, that's, it's not essential, it's luxury. If it happens, that's great. If it doesn't, whatever. But as I've gone through it, and I've made so many changes in my life, and as I work with other people who are making that transition, they're mindfully transitioning to this life of purpose, I realize that it's essential. It's not luxury. It's absolutely essential. And here's where that comes in. So when you are not connected to your purpose, when you're not connected to the things that bring you joy, to your heart, then your decisions are not as clear. You don't know. It's not intuitive for you because you're just winging it, right? It's like, well, if you're, making decisions based on expectations, whether it be yours or somebody else's, they're not intuitive to you. So you get to this place where you start second guessing yourself all of the time. It's harder to make decisions. You don't trust yourself. And then as that starts to happen, maybe your results are kind of inconsistent. It's like, well, I keep doing this work, I keep doing this, and it's not working out for me. Things are not going the way I want them. Or the complete opposite. Sometimes things go exactly the way you want them, right? You're just blessed and, everything goes the way it should, but you don't quite feel happy. And then you feel guilty about that, right? Why? What's wrong with me? I have everything I said I wanted and I still don't feel satisfied. What is that? And when that starts to happen, we create these meanings about ourselves, about our value, about our worth, right? Nothing I try ever works out, or everything I try works out, but I'm never happy about it. So then, maybe fundamentally there's something wrong with me. And then we start making these beliefs about our own self-worth and our sense of value. And then as these beliefs start to take over, our day-to-day decisions become affected by those. And we start to do things that numb us. We eat the foods that don't serve us. We need the wine to unwind, right? Every night. We need the coffee now to get going every morning, and we get into this cycle. We, I just did a whole talk on that recently. We stay busy to keep our minds occupied and off of what it is that's truly bothering us. We have all these little strategies and ways of really just keeping it at bay and keeping things a little bit numb. And as we do that, we start to create problems in our body, inflammation, stress and anxiety, right? We're not sleeping well, we're having, food allergies. All of these things start creeping up in our lives, and now we're paying money for medication or counseling or, all of these things. And we're using up a lot of our time, our energy, and our money because at one point we strayed away from our heart. And so at the end of the day, I think that it's not only important to connect to your purpose, but it's absolutely essential. So I would love to hear what you think about this. If anything, struck a nerve, reach out. As anybody knows, I am always happy to talk to you. I do free clarity sessions, and I do have a ton of no-cost, resources that I share. And then, of course, I have a couple of cost ones, but super affordable, because I think that, health, wellness, purpose, joy should be widely available and ready for everybody. So that's just my 2 cents today, my little Claritea that I'm gonna finish up here now. I hope you have an amazing day and enjoy your weekend.